We're good.
You ready?
We're good.
All right. Welcome to the Shine. We're here. Sorry about the little technical difficulty.
I don't mind technical difficulty because I get it all the time. So when techie people have technical difficulty, it makes me feel better.
I think she's calling you out, Devin.
That's all right.
No, I don't. I think it's
We're having a little bit, but
it's not just me.
I think we're on our YouTube
Not
channel.
just me.
So,
Got a
welcome.
got a new setup again this week. Every week has been a little different.
It has been a little different. So let's talk about that.
All right.
Well, we got welcome. We didn't welcome everybody. Welcome everybody to Shine. We talk about your light. We talk about your shine. Talk about the greatness.
That's in all of us.
Not
Not
just some of us.
us.
It's in you and me. So, all right, let's get into it. So, we got the new studio, so you can kind of see. We have, so we had the gray wall last week. So
Which was too blank. I didn't like
some
that.
bad feedback.
I felt weird. I felt weird last week with the blank wall. It wasn't good.
You didn't say that. See, that's the problem.
I didn't know it till we were on camera. Then I was like, this feels really weird. It looks like very stark and very not. I didn't feel good. We need something. We need more.
I'm glad you didn't even try to get something for this week.
We talked about it.
We did not. We briefly talked. You didn't do anything about it.
I didn't do anything about it, but I told you I didn't feel
We-
good.
You didn't say it like that. That's a lot of motion right there.
Oh, okay.
So
So,
anyways,
so
as you
this
can
is
see, the
good.
theme of so I was recommended that when you do this, that if you're on the same side of a table, you're a team. And on opposite sides of the table, you're not a team.
So
together.
this is the better arrangement.
This is us.
This is us. This is us. This is us. Disagreeing most of the time.
We're
Or-
like I gave the best example.
What is the best example?
We're like a flight. A plane is off course like 90% of the time. It goes this way, but it always ends it up
Always
at
in
the
the same place. Okay, yeah, that's
So
true.
That's us.
That's true.
We're not far off. We're just kind of
We just-
veer a lot, and we
yeah,
don't
we-
agree
and
about
we-
anything.
No, but we land
Not very much. We do agree.
together, kinda.
Yeah. We get to the same
Yeah.
goal. We
Just totally
don't-
different ways. You and your Rocky and your fighting and
So yeah, so
your
this is
feistiness.
So I came up with the idea of two sides of the table.
That's
kind
like
of
a
thing.
his and hers.
Yeah.
And Nick and Shayna.
Mine. I got Rocky. It's not about fighting. I got Rocky. I got some, David Goggins. This
Little
is old. Do you remember
intense.
this? The Eye of the Tiger. It doesn't. Sound
Somebody gave that to you
right.
when
Long
you were a
time ago. I
huge
don't think it
Rocky
works
fan.
anymore. Oh, I
It
gotta
used
get
to
it
sing
going.
The Eye of the Tiger.
It's the greatest thing, and it kind of does a little motion.
A tiger with Rocky boxing gloves
How great is that?
sings Eye of the Tiger. You think that's great.
I
I'm
think it's the
glad you
best
think that's
thing
great.
ever.
I think we should rehome
So
it.
yeah. So my side. Then explain your side.
My side is all about family and gratitude and
Zen. grateful.
Zen,
Yeah.
ancient philosophy,
Yeah.
beauty,
See
gratitude.
why the roses in.
Zen.
That's good. I don't know if they can see them. Yeah, they can see the roses. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I don't have anything about fighting or
Rocky's not about fighting.
what's Rocky about.
It's about a love story.
It is not a love story.
Oh my gosh. Really?
It is not a love story.
It's mostly about kind of a love story. But him and Adrian.
That's not the story.
Well, that's a big part of the story. Adrian is a big part of his life. Have you
Yeah.
seen Rocky Balboa?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not. I
So
don't
you
even
can't-
remember.
So don't talk to me about it. So
Okay.
it's
All
really
right.
much so. Anyway, so we have our new studio. Devin's got us hooking
All
up. We're
hooked
gonna
up.
try to get a couple different camera angles, maybe.
We're still
We're
figuring
still-
this stuff out, little by little.
Every week is different.
Yep,
So
that's
We
good.
do got like applause. You guys can't hear it, but they'll be able to hear it.
Really?
oh,
So
we're
We
they're
good.
got
clapping
canned
for you right
applause.
now, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
That's an upgrade. I like
All
that.
right, we got upgrades of we got a
Got-
a week ago, 2 weeks ago, we got a little digital thing that they can push. He can push. Devin can push buttons.
Soundboard or
And
something.
now you guys can't hear what I'm doing, so this is I could
This
just
is great. You can do all kinds of stuff that we can't tell.
Have you ever watched?
You could just do the clapping when I speak.
what was this show with the? Oh gosh, it was a horse.
Mr. Ed?
No, Tobey Maguire is in it, and it was
Oh,
about
Seabiscuit.
Seabiscuit,
Mhm.
and the guy is on the radio. And before they had the thing, and they had to sing, goes, and he
Oh,
and he
yeah.
does all the he has
Yeah.
all the sounds of like,
Yeah.
oh, you hear the people coming, and he has
Yeah.
shoes on his feet, and he's going to hear the horses, and
Hands,
he's doing this, and
yeah.
that's kind of what
Yeah.
Devin is, but with the
The
button.
modern technology version.
All right. So, anyways, all right. So let's get into our topic. She's- this has been a hot topic, not a
I
hot
do not
topic.
want to talk about
This
this
is not. She does not want to talk about it. But here's the thing. So let me give you some backstory. So we're in the car. I forget how it started.
I don't know how it started, but we always have crazy conversations.
And we had
in the car.
conversation in the car, and I said we
We were
should
going to
ha-
the airport for something.
Yeah, I don't know why we're talking about death there in the airport.
I
We
don't
probably should-
know. That wasn't probably a good plan.
So we started talking about where do you go when you die,
Yeah.
and as always, we totally disagreed because I think it was something about.
I don't know how it started.
I know one thing is like different beliefs of dying, and there's a lot of different religions believe different things of where you go. This I have like Christianity believes that there's a heaven and a hell. Hinduism believes that you're rebirthed, okay, into the physical body, emerging as something else or as a divine creature.
Yeah.
Islam is a soul's judge, either goes to paradise or hell. So kind of Judaism
Another.
goes to the afterlife, place of judgment, purification. Buddhism is also a rebirth. I got see this one. Scientology believes your body goes to a landing station.
On a planet. I
God.
can't believe. I feel
What
like
does that
that
say?
can't be true. I have no. Teagiac? I don't know.
Anyway, so that was just happened to be a thing I looked at.
That
So-
one we can agree to just. I mean, we can agree to agree that that's probably not what happens.
Okay, so we started talking about it, and I think the thing was my mom passed away in '86.
Yeah.
And I said, so you're going
88.
what 88, you're right. I graduated 86. 88. See, you're great good with math. See, that's where we compliment each other. We should be on the same side of the table when we do dates.
I know, because your memory for it, you remember things very well, but you don't remember the timeline of when things happened ever. It could be 3 months or 14 years,
I
and
know.
you have
Could
no
be
idea.
a continuum in time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is not bad.
No.
Okay.
So, anyways, shiny penny. That happens to me. And so we started talking, and I think I said something like, I don't know what it was, but something like,
Well,
my mom is,
basically-
if somebody's really bad.
Basically, you believe in heaven and hell. You believe that, right?
Well, no.
Basically, you believe that there is a judgment. The Christian belief, you believe there's going to be a judgment,
I don't necessarily believe in the actual. Yes, I don't.
and that
necessarily
you're
believe
going to go to heaven or go to hell.
I don't believe in like hell as like you're down there and there's burning, like you're getting tortured. I don't believe.
What do you think?
Well, I don't know. I just not the same place. I think there's different places.
Okay,
So I don't know because I don't think because I do believe in God.
right.
Okay, and I
I
believe
agree in that.
God is like I
100%.
believe God created us and or if you're being or whatever. I agree. That's my belief. I believe in that,
Right.
and I believe God loves us.
Okay.
So I also believe that wouldn't torture their son or daughters or whatever. I
Okay.
don't believe that.
Okay.
So I don't think you're like if you're really bad. I don't think you're. I think kind of where you go. It's like you're in that spot. But if you're good, I just don't think they're all together.
You just don't think people are all together when we die.
No, like you're saying like you said because when you believe you're just in the same spot.
Yeah.
And I said, so you're telling me my mother, who is a great person,
We all
very
come
loving.
from, and
No,
we
no, no,
all
just
go
wait,
back
just
to
time out,
the
time
same
out.
place.
just wait, then you can speak. Do I need a
Okay.
little? Do I need a?
No.
You need that. What do you do? Those things, the little pass the torch that we can
Conch
talk.
shell.
Yeah,
That's
Shell.
from
Lost Boys, not Lost Boys.
no. That I hated that book, by the way. Anyway,
what was
Lord
it?
of the Flies.
Lord of the Flies. Yeah. So, see, I lost my train of thought. Now that's what you do to me.
That's good.
Dang it.
I did not want to talk about this topic today. You're
It's a good-
forcing me.
It's a good topic. So, because I think it's a different belief, but I said like I feel like something that's really bad.
Yeah.
So maybe bad meaning I'm just gonna pick a guy, Charlie Manson.
Okay.
Would you agree he's not? Can we agree on that? He's not a nice guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, who's not a good guy.
Yeah.
Okay. He's not sitting there by my mother. I don't believe that. I don't buy it.
Well, you can believe what you want to believe. That's fine. I just don't believe that there's a way to determine. There's no determination of. I mean, I agree that people do good things and bad things while on Earth. That's clear. I just don't think once our time on Earth is over, I think that's over.
And then where are you at?
We're all together somewhere, wherever we go, wherever we came from.
Just
But
going
we're
back.
all the same. We're all the same. We're all the same humans. And if you believe in a loving God, which I do, I don't understand how you could. There's no, like, all loving means all loving. There's no but. And can you screw up
Devin, what do you
on?
think?
Can you
She's so,
screw up
like-
on Earth? For sure, but I don't think that that's.
So you kind of remember, like, you kind of believe in when we would spend time with Jehovah's. They come to the house, and we're the ones that would let them
yeah.
in the house.
I do. That's
and
the
we
thing.
like to listen to it, and it was good. And
I like to learn about other perspectives and other beliefs. So we have sat down and had Jehovah's come and teach us. We
because you
had the
like
Mormons
you
come and
did like
talk.
their
We-
philosophy because they say, I believe that's what they say, that when you die, and you're in a holding pattern.
I just don't think that's true.
And then there's a judgment
Yeah.
on earth.
But the judgment, I don't believe the judgment happens.
Ooh.
That's me.
See, I could do anything I want to do on this earth?
But that doesn't mean that you
Oh, so
get
you
a
did
free
have-
pass.
I know what you're saying now because you said it before. Like, would you really be happy?
Yeah. Would you be happy if you're treating other humans in a terrible way? That's your hell on earth. That you're torturing yourself on earth.
Devin, what do you think? She's got some logic
He's
here.
pulling you into this now, Devin. I'm sorry.
I know he's gonna be on
It's
your
okay.
side because he's like you. Like,
No, he doesn't want to talk about it either.
No,
Neither of us want to talk about this today.
my biggest thing is when you're talking about like God and emotions, and like when you say all loving, we'll never be able to understand that because I don't think
Right.
His love is a love we can feel. I like, and some people don't agree with that, but like, I just think it's on a different level where we'll never comprehend that type of love.
Right.
Where like He gives
I think
you
what
a
about like a
choice.
dog?
It's not comparable to human love.
No,
Right.
and I don't think we
Yeah.
can.
Would be
feel
like a
that type
dog
of
love.
I mean, I think it's
Dog love is pretty
unconditional.
conditional.
I mean, I think you're getting closer. Yeah, it's unconditional. Yeah.
But it's just. It's a just love.
I don't know about that when we die though. I think I don't know how there's differences. I just don't know. We all come from somewhere, the same place. Wherever that is. I don't have like
I don't know. I mean, no one.
nobody knows for sure. That's why it's a
You got the Bible. You got the
well, there's
and you got all that kind of
Right.
good stuff.
and there's well, I'm not going to read to you from a book, but one of my favorite books I brought today so you could see it. Cuz you told me to bring something for myself.
And what was it?
So, Jesus, Buddha, Krishna, and Lao Tzu. So, 4 different philosophies represented, and what they say on all kinds of different topics,
So
and
what do they say on
what
that?
they align. It's basically what you said.
Oh.
That they, some believe in judgment, and some believe in reincarnation, and
But you believe in reincarnation.
I don't know if I do or not. I'm not sure how I feel about that. To tell you the truth, I don't know. I don't think I think Eleanor Roosevelt is the one that said, I don't think it's any more strange to believe that we ended up in the world at this time than to think that we ended up in the world at another time. Like, I don't disagree. I don't think it's impossible. I don't think it's not happening, but I just don't know for sure that it is either. I don't know.
Okay.
So you obviously don't believe at all in reincarnation.
I don't know. I don't know either. I
Yeah,
don't.
I don't know
I'm
either.
not saying. I'm not saying. I think it's goes against what I was taught.
Right.
But I think the same thing. It's like it's faith, right?
Right.
So faith is what? It's your belief.
You believe.
That's all.
Right.
It's like no one knows, and they can say they know, but how do you really know? You don't know. They say, well, the Bible, it was written by God, or it was written by Jesus, or whatever. But I don't know because
But
it
I
was
think
written by
all
a
of
man.
the
That's what I was taught. I mean, that's what I was taught by the Bible.
right, which is, I think the point of a lot of what happens in this book is that all of the teachings of the foundational teaching of religions are not all that different, really. It's
Right.
mostly about
I just go-
kindness and loving, and God is the consciousness, the you know, I don't
Yeah, I do. I guess another topic is a lot of times, like I have friends that are, like you got to accept Jesus Christ as your Savior, and I guess it's kind of the same kind of a topic, right? And I
But
don't.
I really don't want to have a religious conversation. You're
No.
making me nervous now.
It's not a religious conversation. It's something I don't necessarily. It still goes into your fact of the belief, because it ties into what this into.
So my whole thing is, like, I don't know if it matters what you believe, because whatever happens, happens.
Which I agree with. I agree with you on that. It does whatever. I think
Yeah.
when you die, you're gonna die. Well, that's like anything.
What do you mean?
That's like anything you do. Whatever you do, it doesn't matter what you believe. It's gonna if you I don't know. It's like on a simple thing of like a decision. There's decisions that you're making every day, right? If you do them, you don't do them. No matter what happens, whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen in a lot of ways.
I disagree with that for sure.
I think that's what
because that's totally like that's
no. I'm saying I
like
could get
human
out
interaction. That's perspective. That's
I could get in my car. I'm saying I could, but same thing. Okay, I could say like, do I know if I'm gonna die today or tomorrow?
no.
I could walk out the door and die.
I know.
I'm okay with that.
Or you could die in 40 years.
Yeah.
Right.
Or maybe live for even longer.
You might.
I might be the one they freeze and then use me.
Would you want that?
as a scientific experiment?
Oh, gosh.
I don't. There are people that are frozen.
Are there really?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Some would say like I think L. Ron Hubbard froze his head. I think
That stuff freaks me out.
it's something weird
That
like
stuff freaks me
so
out.
you could come back or something.
Mm-mm.
It's kind of crazy. No,
I do think there's a natural occurrence of things, and that we as humans should just respect the natural occurrence of things. Yeah, I don't think we should mess with that kind of stuff.
like don't try to like live forever.
No, I mean, well, live forever is probably not going to happen. No one's done it yet on Earth. But what happens? Like life, eternal life is part of all of this. Eternal life somewhere, just not here.
It's not here.
Just not here.
Maybe it's just nothing. Maybe our time here is short, like Jim Rohn says.
Well, of course it is.
Brief at the
But
longest.
there's no.
And maybe there's nothing. Could be nothing.
Could be nothing.
Nothing. That you don't even know you're gone.
So, what do you think about people who claim to be mediums? Do you think humans can talk to dead people? Like
So we gotta be spiritual. I gotta bring that into my life.
that's not spiritual. That's just
No,
it's
that's
a thing.
spirits, like the ghost stuff. I don't like
spirits.
ghosts.
It's not.
That's a touchy subject.
Oh my gosh,
like
it's a
ghosts?
Not the
super.
ghosts. I don't believe in them.
You don't
Not
believe
this.
in ghosts?
Not in the way we talk. Like
Oh,
Yeah.
I believe.
I don't
in
think they spook you.
I think there's.
I don't think
that's
they
why I
spook
think.
you
That's why I
either.
think there is something different.
What do you mean by that?
That's why I think there is somewhere where the spirit goes.
Yeah, I believe there is
There's
somewhere
some,
the spirit
some haunting
goes.
stuff that happens here.
But I don't believe there's haunting things that happen.
What?
You do?
Do I? Yes. If you watch some of the some of the movies.
That's Hollywood, Nick. That's movies.
So you're saying if the person can
That's
think
his
it,
tell.
it can,
Every time he says, that means he feels like he has hard evidence against what
So
what I just
if
said.
the human person can think it, it's possible. So I do think it's possible. I do think there is bad mojo out there.
Okay.
And I think we create some bad mojo and there's something going on. And some would call it the devil. I don't know if it's the devil. I don't know who that is. I don't know what that is. But there's some external bad things.
Okay.
Because I think I do agree with like we all are created the same. And somewhere along the line, things go haywire for some people. Through something.
Yes.
Right? It's no different as I was just talking the other day about disease.
That happens.
And how your body has all the aspirin, has all the anti-inflammatory, has all the, pain medication, everything you need in your body
Right.
to take care of itself. It's just things got out of whack. You can't take, so there's time people need help or whatever the case may be. So we're all created that
Same.
way.
We're all created to be perfect.
She's going back to it. She thinks she has a point.
No, I'm just saying we're all created to be perfect. And then we on Earth, we
Screw it
do
up.
screw it up. Yeah. That's part of the human experience. We screw it up.
You ever watch Matrix?
Yeah. But I don't know where you're going with this.
Well, I think because they said the Matrix, right, was, I think that's going to happen at some point. The machines are going to be like, because the thing is, because the Matrix talks like this, it said, we created a world that was perfect. Everybody had abundance. There was no crime. There was no nothing. They created the Matrix that was perfect, and it crashed
Okay.
because humans,
Technology, right?
it was basically they were using humans as energy,
Oh.
but they would create to keep them alive. They basically, you just were in a spot, and it's the same thing. It's like, that's why I'm working on this lucid dreaming thing, because if you dream it and you think it's still real to you. Like, you can have a dream that you feel pain,
Yeah.
that you fall. Why do you get a falling pit in your stomach that wakes you up?
Because your body can't tell the difference between what really happens and what is like vividly imagined.
Yes.
Right.
So that's what the machines are doing. So they put in everybody's brain this perfect world,
Okay.
and it crashed the system because humans aren't meant. Well, I ain't saying they're not meant, but the brains are wired that they want pain, they want suffering, they want to have something over somebody else. They want,
Who's
like,
they?
who's they? The humans. The machine in the movie.
Oh, okay.
That's why they created.
So how do you relate this to life today?
Because that's what I'm saying. You said that. Like, you said, we're created. We screw it up. I think.
We do screw it up.
I think it's in our genes to screw it up.
Maybe.
Because it's really hard. I think in some. I don't know how we got into this topic. We're really hard to, to go from like things are good. We had those negative thoughts, like, okay, wow, they're going really good.
But it all comes from what?
Belief.
Judgment. All suffering
You're
comes
gonna-
from
I'm surprised you
judgment.
didn't put your Marianne Williamson book up here.
I'm surprised too, but I'm not gonna have a religious
That's not
debate.
a religious. That's a
It's
religious
just-
debate.
But all suffering comes from judgment. That is my belief.
I kind of believe that, though. I actually
Yeah.
agree with you on that.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, we're on the
Yeah.
same table on that side of the table. So,
Good.
like, because we judge what's right or wrong. Like,
What's right or wrong,
It just
right.
is.
It just is. There's no good or bad. There's no right or wrong. And if we truly, like, we used to have this conversation, and you would say, "So was it right then, or not judgment if somebody hurt somebody else?" Like, that's also like kindness and loving, back to the where we came from love. If you're portraying that at all times and you don't judge good or bad, then it is all is, and all it is love.
Yeah, and that's hard. It's hard.
I'm not saying it's not hard. That's the world we live in.
Right.
Yeah.
And somebody does
ego.
something. Yeah.
So judgment and ego is part of that, where it's like you want to strive to be better than, or you judge that you're not as good as, or worse than, or better than, or it's like all of it's judgment. It's all judgment.
So therefore, that's where you get your belief that there is no good or heaven or hell, good or bad place that you go. You all go
It's
to one
right
spot.
here. The heaven or hell is on earth.
That's a song, or it's a movie. Heaven now, isn't it? Heaven on
Oh
hell
my
on earth.
gosh.
That's something. Somebody wrote about
You and your.
that. They wrote about
So
that.
I don't think I'm the only one that has this
Yeah.
belief. I mean, I don't think it's my creation. I just think that I think how we live our life on earth is our heaven or our hell. And
Okay.
then we
That
go
could be-
back to where we came from.
I agree.
And we
I know we're not on.
maybe we come back, maybe we don't. I'm not sure about that. I don't know.
You could come back as a grasshopper.
Yeah.
That it's ate. It's like a vicious cycle. Get it ate by a fish. Then you come back as something else till you
Yeah.
figure it out. That could be something.
There's
You could have. Isn't that that's something you could have to have learned life lessons until
and
you.
then you're enlightened. That's yeah.
It's a possibility. Like I believe there's other universes.
Oh man.
I mean, I'm just saying. Like I don't
I'm
believe.
taking a topic next week. You're stressing me out.
Why did I stress you out?
You're stressing me
This-
out.
I just think about we're having this conversation in the car. This is a conversation.
Well, this
we
is
have.
the same thing.
Yeah. Like I believe that. You don't believe that?
It's the same thing. I don't believe that it's any more strange that we're all here on Earth to
Right.
think that there's something else out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that. I mean, look at the pyramids. I'm just saying.
You're on the aliens built the pyramids train?
Well, no, I don't know if I do it, but it's pretty dang amazing that people did that without any instruments or not. They had to have some help. Are you saying?
I don't know. I'm not.
I'm just saying it's a pretty amazing like structural things that they can't explain. Like how did they get it so precise? We have equipment that is hard for them to get precise.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like pretty gifted. It's a we're just having a car conversation.
So you think this is aliens?
I think I think the aliens been here. I think. Oh yeah, they're around here. I think they might be walking among us.
Oh my goodness! All right.
I don't think that's abnormal. I don't think it's a bad thing.
I think you should be a movie writer. You should write scripts for movies.
I don't know, Devin. I think that should be like a pause button on your thing or something. No applause or something.
Well, it's a thing. Like, I mean, even in like biblical stuff, there's things called Nephilim, which were like half human, half angel, like giants.
Oh yeah.
So, like, even in a biblical context, there could have been things that existed in our world that like a lot stronger than we were, and like that exists in. I think that can exist outside of aliens,
Right.
too.
Yeah.
Aliens are just, I think, for a lot of people, an easy way to be like, well, if like I can't explain it, so like,
So it's got to be.
which I think we do with religion too, where it's like, as soon as you can't explain it, it's like the easiest out. Where like, I don't think it's always just like, well, like.
Right.
I'm just gonna say this because I like, but like there's like context for everything. I'm sure there's
Right.
something in every religion that there was these creatures that were bigger than
Yeah.
people that.
Right.
So.
And just because we can't explain it doesn't mean it doesn't exist, or doesn't mean
Right.
that
No.
like we label it as the answer, like aliens are the answer. Maybe it's something
don't
we
know
don't
that,
even
yeah.
have context for, like he's saying. Maybe it's not. Maybe it is.
Maybe we used to just be massive.
Yeah.
One day, like.
Yeah.
But when they have they would have proof of that.
Yeah. We also used to live a lot longer, apparently.
A lot longer. Yeah.
Really?
Well, in biblical times, there's
Yeah.
record of.
Well, like I wasn't.
Yeah, but those are all gifted by God, though. I think those people that live longer were God's. I give you that.
You better get in good with God then.
I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
know.
What does that say about society?
I don't think that. I don't,
What does that say about
I
us
don't think
today?
I don't think
Or-
I'm a good guy. You know, I am a good guy. You know,
Yeah, but that's a question, Devin. What does
cavemen
that
didn't
say
live.
about us
Yeah.
now? We don't
the cavemen didn't live very long.
Nope.
They got ate by people, things.
things.
No, so you're not
Alright.
agreeing with me then? When we're at, as my notes are down here was to get you to agree with me.
No, I told you I'm not
That's on-
going to
that's on the agenda.
No, it's not.
It was
It's
on
not
the-
happening today.
That's on the agenda for sure. You know,
I
no, I think it's something that people need to.
think it's a
about.
discussion that
But I
happens all the
think-
time.
I know it happened in our car.
I know, but it happens all the time, and
Yeah.
there's.
I don't think there's a. That's the thing.
I
I
also
don't think it's a stance that you have to take that I'm right and you're wrong.
Right.
Like, I don't. I'm not taking that stance.
Good.
I'm not. I want to say you agree. That's more of a joke though, but
Yeah.
just because it would be nice to agree with me.
Well, that's what I mean. I think
I mean, if
we
you
just
agree with
have-
me at least like 1 out of 8, I'd be happy. That'd be like a win. I'd be like, actually, like I just want to be like a baseball agreement.
Yeah,
Hall of Famer, just 3 out of 10.
3 out of 10.
That's all I need
Hall
to be.
of
Just
Fame.
I'm a Hall of Famer husband. If you agree with me, 3 out of 10.
Okay,
That's not a lot to ask for.
it might be. We'll see. 3 out of 10 might be a lot.
3
That
out of
sounds-
10
that
is a
sounds
lot.
high for our general life
But
conversation.
like you said, the bottom line is, like I said, I think what the world needs is more discussion that isn't a
Judging.
judging or a hype or like upset
Yes.
and like
Yeah.
you're wrong and I got to make you right. And
Yeah.
because we don't necessarily do that. I mean,
No. I think the open-minded discussions are
needed.
the path to happiness.
Yeah. Because I think, if you don't, but see, if you don't discuss it and you don't have, you can't get into a discussion with somebody that you don't leave upset,
Right.
leaving, like hating or, whatever term you want to do.
Frustrated. Like
frustrated.
None of that. None
mean,
of those levels.
Being okay
Just
with like being okay.
open-minded and learning somebody else's perspective. That's the answer.
Like,
Just
we do believe,
because
we
my
do agree.
perspective, just because it's different, doesn't mean it's right or wrong. It's
Yeah.
just different.
Yeah. Like we do agree with, talking, like we are always open to religions and open to talking. I mean,
Mhm.
We went to Scientology. We got audited at one point. Was weird. You know, I mean, so we've done, and we're not willing to try and learn things different, which I
just
think is
wanna
good,
learn it
and
all.
learn. You know, and I guess that's one thing I've always said that like no religion, like there's a lot of good people, a lot of bad people in Catholicism, a lot of bad people in Buddhism, a lot of bad. You know, there's not a lot, but there are. I mean, when I say it's a judgment, I know, but not everybody is perfect, and may have a different sense because you could say like this person does this, but
Well,
I think
clearly it's not a religion thing. Like believing in one religion isn't the answer.
Right.
I would hope that if that were true, we would have figured that out by now.
the answer is being nice.
Yeah, be a good person.
Be a good
Good
person.
We're-
Yes.
The golden rule.
The golden rule: be kind to other humans.
Yeah.
And don't judge.
And don't judge. That's hard though.
It's the ultimate hard thing. Yeah.
Well, I think at the core of every religion is never negative, but again, it's the judgment, how you take that knowledge and then
Right.
apply it to your life. Like I was just watching, like, have you heard of Heaven's Gate? It was a
I don't
cult in the 90s, and like they
Oh.
believed an alien ship was gonna.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
they're the ones that with the shoes on and
Yeah, the Nikes, and
Yeah.
they all die, they all
Yeah.
like sacrifice themselves, and like
They
that's
drink the
ne-
Kool-Aid. Were
Yeah.
they the Kool-Aid
No,
drinkers?
that was
that was Jonestown.
That was
But
Yeah.
they did, how'd they kill? They did something.
yeah, they like
They were all stacked up on bunk beds and they
Took
were waiting for the ship.
yeah, and they all
and
died.
like that's not positive. at
Right.
all.
No, but-
these
Right.
were like broken people looking for an answer.
Looking for an answer.
Well, that's a bad person leading them. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Like Jimmy Jones, whatever his name was. Jones was the one in with the Kool-Aid,
Kool-Aid.
big one.
That was insane.
You know, but he started off as he actually was a scam artist that would like a medicine man that kind of did like
yeah.
something like that. He was doing
But that's
different
the
things. Then he become ego and
that's-
also stuff, and
that's
the same
end
thing.
Of it all, right?
People started following him. Then he became weird and became drugged and also that kind of stuff. But that's, you know,
Yeah.
ego is a problem. I mean, definitely. You know, but so I don't know where we go, but
Nowhere. Discussion.
we go nowhere with we go nowhere. It's
We
like
go
our, just like our
nowhere.
discussion.
We go nowhere. We don't know where we go.
We don't know. Okay, I'll side you then. We don't know where we
don't
go.
know where we go.
I have a opinion where we go. You have your
Everybody
opinion.
has an opinion on where we go. And the thing is, like, that's why
But faith is good.
absolutely faith is good. Yeah.
I mean, I think people take
absolutely.
comfort in faith, comfort in whatever
And I
they believe
think
in,
that
and that's okay.
There is peace and harmony and like love that is beyond our understanding after we die. I do believe that. But that's where it ends for me. Like I think it all is that.
A lot of souls. A lot
Yeah.
of people together. Where you fit them all. It's kind of another thing to think about. You ever think about
What
that?
have you thought?
Could be
there,
overcrowded.
there may not have to be there's no space. There's no time. There's no you don't have to fit anywhere.
So you probably need to wear a watch when you're there.
Nope, there's no watch. Their physical body is gone.
Interesting.
Oh my goodness.
It's an interesting comment. See, this wasn't such a bad
It
conversation.
wasn't terrible.
Good for you to get uncomfortable.
I don't like it, but I did it anyway.
I think it's just good in general just to believe in something.
Yeah.
I've been to so many concerts where like I'll go see like a Christian metal band and
Yeah.
like they'll like the one time I went and they were like, I don't care what you believe in, but like have hope for something.
Right.
Be a good person.
Right.
And he's like, this is what it is for me, but like you just have to like, because to me, like the idea of there's just nothing is so terrifying and like
Yeah.
makes the present feel it's just
Rough.
Oh,
awful.
Really?
Like,
See, now
dread.
I disagree. Like, I think if there's nothing,
Oh, you two are disagreeing now.
well, because I'm saying this. If there's nothing, right?
Yeah.
What do you have to worry about? If there's a good and a bad place, you have to worry about, am I going to be
what
good
if-
or bad?
But you're just what if it's all good? What if it's all good? There's hope in that it's all good on the other side. It's all good.
Then you'll make it. Then everybody makes it.
Everybody makes it. You
See,
torture
that's-
yourself here.
Okay, that's better. But I'm saying, like, if I think, like, my thought process is like,
Everybody makes it like competition.
well, it is kind. I mean, it's a little bit,
Well, okay.
not a little, but I'm saying, like, Like if
But I think the
if people
hope,
believe that.
the hope for something better, I think is super healthy for all of us. And I do believe that there is hope for a better place for all of us, all of us.
Humble you a little bit. Like it humbles me of like I know my desires and my like it's not about me. And like it does become about me if there's nothing else in my head. Because
Yeah.
then it's like I'm living my life for me alone and
Right.
like why would I waste my time helping other people when like if this is it, like why would I waste my one life? And like it's a really selfish way to look at it, but it just gives like guidelines of like
Right.
Because
Don't-
by helping people be happier.
Yeah.
Does it make you happy when you help someone?
yeah. Does
I do agree with that. I think the hope is good.
Mhm.
Hope for better. I don't know. I mean, like you said, I think if you're living a great life here, what could be better?
What do you mean?
Like if you're living a good life here, like
Yeah.
you are helping people, like you said, okay, you be kind, love.
Yeah.
So if you haven't figured it out here, there may not be better. Maybe because you know what, I'm helping people. I'm here.
I think it's better because I do think we can't understand true unconditional love on earth. Maybe a few people, and maybe some people who have actually walked the earth have felt that, and maybe there are a few, but I think it's few and far between. I think the average human doesn't understand it.
I disagree. I disagree this way because there's so many people that put themselves in front of life, and I get it. And I know maybe it's not, but like in the military and war, or like people like will sacrifice to go into buildings and go save people,
Right.
firefighters, police, put themselves in life danger, just save strangers.
Right.
Like, you got to have some kind of a heart calling, like some unconditional love for mankind to do that, don't you? Or you think
Well,
that's another?
no, I'm not saying.
or is that
No,
a
no,
job?
no. I think they definitely
know.
have a
I mean-
different. I think they have a.
they
Not
put the-
everybody signs up to do that.
No,
Not everybody signs up to do that. I
No.
do think they have a special. Calling.
Maybe it's not unconditional love. I don't know because maybe it's not. Because
They have
it's
a
kind
special calling to
of a save. Yeah.
save and
Maybe
to
it's different.
sacrifice. They're willing to sacrifice themselves for others. I do think that's something different. Not every human
Not
has that.
unconditional love. More I think about it, more you talking now. Yeah, you're right. I mean, because it's
But it's a different level of commitment to other people.
not everybody has it. Yeah,
Not everybody has it, not everybody has it.
we can learn a lot from a dog, though.
dude, I love a dog.
I know.
They
Marley and me
do.
broke
They,
me.
but not all of them. I
matter
mean, and
what.
probably not all of them. Some are mean, but I think they're. I think if you had a dog I mean, 90% of dogs, I think, would have unconditional if they were treated nice. The ones that aren't, I
Aren't
think,
people
learn.
like that though?
Yeah. See?
That
That's a good lesson,
That is
Devin.
fitting right into her
Yes.
script. I think you guys
Yep.
spoke.
Mm-hmm.
You're right,
Yeah,
though.
aren't
Yeah.
people like that? If you treat
I think
them
we are.
nice.
Yeah.
I think if you're I
You'll
think you
get it
learn to
back.
have. I mean, I do. I think you learn to be, racist. You learn to have bad thoughts. You
Absolutely.
learn to be all the stuff where, if you're put into the right environment, you would never have those thoughts.
Absolutely. I don't think kids have any of those thoughts.
No. And
They're all
there's-
learned.
It's all it's system.
All learned.
Yeah, it's messed up because there's so many systematic things where like I grew up in Norwalk, and when I got out of Norwalk, I was like, oh, I don't know anything.
Yeah.
And everything I was taught, it was all a lie. But like, there's just more out there.
Yeah.
Than just
Yeah. And perspective. Like being able and aware to appreciate other people's perspective, whether that's something as serious as where do you go after you die, or some regular daily habit that they have in a different culture that's way different than what we do.
I like it. So bottom line, have good discussions.
Yeah.
Treat people nice. Be willing to have a different opinion and accept the person's different opinion.
Yes.
Be okay with it.
It's not right or wrong.
Yeah.
Opinions are not right or wrong.
Good. But we need more discussion out there. I think to
Yeah.
make the world better, more discussions, more love. Like the
Get
Black Eyed Peas said,
uncomfortable.
where's the love?
Okay.
So,
We're picking a different topic next week.
well, we're not going to talk about death next week.
I hope not. Man,
So,
got
awesome.
me really
So if you're watching, that's good.
really
You,
uncomfortable.
you did great. It's like us talking in a car. You're not even
I
like
know,
that.
but that's a lot of
A lot of what?
a lot of other people.
It doesn't matter what they think. It's you just said. It's what we think. It's our conversation.
I know. Okay.
Yeah, it's not about people. But if you're watching this, put your thoughts in the. It's on YouTube, so put your thoughts in there, and we can discuss it online. Because the people are going to have different thoughts, and that's okay. It doesn't. we have to have these
Not
discussions.
right or wrong.
Bring the discussions out and be okay with it.
And
That's all.
if you think you know everything, then like that's not the people I want to be around.
Right.
Honestly,
Right.
because then you're never going to be open to learn.
Exactly.
And that's
yeah.
okay. And people have and they're okay. That's okay for them too. It's fine.
Right.
You know. So
But they won't be the people we have discussions with.
so awesome.
Awesome.
So
All right. Good.
welcome.
Made it.
Yep. So
Made it.
you did good. We're back next week. Remember, the world needs your light to shine.
We need your light to shine, and
definitely
you
need your light.
definitely need your light to shine.
Have an amazing day. Spread some love. Give some love to people. See you next week on The Shine. Love you guys.
See ya.
Good.